Pakistan has a strong military. The Global Firepower Index indicates that Pakistan is the world's 10th most powerful army, and on the Global Firepower Index, it improved its standing and surpassed Israel and Canada, whereas it was initially ranked 15th. But this giant leap helped Pakistan overtake different regional powers such as Iran, Canada, Israel, and the Indonesia. In the ranking of 133 countries, Pakistan ranked 10th and was also the only country in the top 15 that improved its standings. Giving you some facts and figures, Pakistan spends nearly 1.26 trillion Pakistani rupees, which are around 11 billion US dollars on its military spending. The total budget allocated for the defense purposes is about 3.6% of Pakistan's GDP. Pakistan began its missile program with the assistance of China decades ago and kept on developing it. Today it has both medium and the short-range missiles with Shaheen-2, which is the most lethal one in its arsenal, having a maximum range of 2,000 kilometers. In 2011, Pakistan claimed it had tactical nuclear weapons, and these weapons of mass destruction are essentially smaller nuclear warheads attached to the short-range missiles. The idea behind the development of these tactical weapons was to halt India's infantry and armored division. Advance in case of war, Pakistan's military establishment approach to nuclear weapon has shifted from minimum nuclear deterrence to full-spectrum nuclear deterrence over time. That's why tactical nukes are important for them, because this large inventory of tactical weapons further minimizes the threats of any conventional, small and large-scale war with its rival India. If we talk about the conventional nukes, it has a total of 140 to 150 nuclear warheads, which makes Pakistan only behind the United States, China, Russia, France and Britain in terms of nuclear capabilities. Surprisingly, Pakistan is only of the handful of countries that have tactical nukes. Its tactical nuclear program is intended to concentrate India's cold start doctrine. Let me explain the significance of the cold start doctrine. The cold start doctrine was specially designed by India, targeting its western borders with Pakistan to make a foray into enemy territory without breaching the nuclear threshold that Pakistan had set. Let's discuss the numbers now. Pakistan currently has 5,60,000 active soldiers. It also has 2,496 tanks and 4,472 military guns as well. It has some 1,605 armored personnel carriers, and its air force has 425 fighter jets, including the US-made state-of-the-art F-16 and the Chinese F-7PG in its fleet. When we analyze the surveillance capabilities, Pakistan's airborne early warning and surveillance aircrafts give it an edge over the India. Pakistan has 3 more surveillance aircrafts than India has. Moving to the naval strength now. Pakistan's navy has a relatively smaller coastline to defend, therefore it has not greatly expanded its navy. The Pakistan Navy owns 9 frigates, 8 submarines, 8 fighter aircraft and 17 patrol vessels monitoring its watery area. If we talk about the Pakistan's geographical importance, we know that Pakistan is strategically very well located. Most neighboring countries have to rely on it for their strategic interest. If we see its location on the map, we can determine what makes Pakistan vital to the regional and the international actors. The West also views Pakistan in relation to its role for the peace and stability in the Afghanistan. Now have a look at its importance as a trade route. Pakistan is also called the gateway between the South Asia, West Asia and the Central Asia because it connects resource-efficient regions to resource-deficient regions. Pakistan has played a key role in the war on terrorism that has made the United States and its allies dependent on it. But there is more to it. Pakistan offers a lot more than what we have discussed in this video. Everyone knows that China is the world's fastest growing economy and a close ally of Pakistan. China also cashes in on Pakistan's geography for trade and transportation. China's access to the Indian Ocean and the Arabian Sea is via the Karakoram Highway, and Pakistan is offering assistance to China to develop its southern provinces, and for that the Chinese authorities have invested heavily in Gwadar Port project, which is the shortest route to Xinjiang, which is about 2,500 kilometers. Pakistan Qatar Turkmenistan pipeline project can earn $400 million for Pakistan, and if things go according to the plan. In the northern part of the country, Pakistan has the Himalayan and the Hindu Kush mountains chain, which makes it abundant in water resources. Other than that, it has vast natural gas and oil reserves that worth 12 times its yearly consumption, which is evident by the fact that Pakistan produces more than million cubic feet of natural gas annually and is the 26th largest natural gas rich country. On the other hand, Pakistan maintains hostile relations with some of the neighbors, particularly India. This also hasn't been an continuity and democracy since independence, and another important area where the country lags behind is Pakistan couldn't successfully meet its energy needs, which has also undermined the performance of its industries and caused the failure to achieve the revenue generation targets. Growing religious intolerance has destroyed its social fabric, and when we see it along with low literacy rate, poor health infrastructure, and the issues in the agriculture sector, they have made it worse. Pakistan has a weak export base and a weak sectoral diversification and a low manufacturing capacity, and it mainly relies on its exports. Overall, we can say that Pakistan is definitely a strong country but needs reforms in many areas to stay stronger.